Alright, good morning guys. Welcome to the vlogs. As you can hear, the baby is still fighting his nap. I did manage to get him down briefly before he woke up and started getting fussy, and then we put him back to sleep and actually put him into his pack and play here, which I'm trying to get him used to it a little bit, so when we do have to travel or use this, if we're going to like family's house, for example like Thanksgiving, I'm going to be bringing this so we can hopefully nap in it. But that didn't work, so Dame is trying to put him down again right now, hopefully into his crib. But we are fighting the morning nap, so that is wonderful. But I wanted to do a little 1 month update since he's already 5 weeks old, and I feel like, I don't know, I just want this for like my documentation too, but I want to share with you guys a little bit of our 1 month journey so far with a newborn, which is absolutely crazy. I feel like the month has flown by, but also is very long. But before we get into that, I want to mention today's sponsor, which is Lovevery. They did send me a play kit, so basically it's like a subscription box that sends you developmentally appropriate toys for your child's age, which I love. It is super simple. So they sent over the one for 0 to 2 months, which is called the Looker. I also love the brand because they also send over this play guide as well that tells you the kind of development milestones for your baby in like the kind of age appropriate play kit, and then also ideas on how to use the toys and stuff in the actual play kit. So it is super simple and easy, and I love that as well. So I'm going to show you what actually came in this box. Let's start off with his favorites at the moment, which would be these things right here. They're kind of more sensory. They also have hooks on them, so we'll hook this onto his pack and play like you saw, or his stroller, or even his like bouncy tabletop chair. And he loves to look at these things as well because they are high contrast, so that's really great for his age. He really enjoys looking at those, so this is like our number one like toy at the moment. He likes to track them as well, so I'll kind of hold them above his head and like guide them side to side, and he'll like follow them and track them, which is great. His second favorite toy would be this one, and it is basically a card holder. So they do have these little black and white high contrast flashcards in them, and they do have two sides. I also have like both sets in here, so they have like a more simple side and then more complicated side as well. So I like to mix them up, do a little simple and complicated, and so he has like things to look at, and then I'll switch them around every once in a while. But again, I'll put this kind of out for tummy time, or he'll lay on his lounger and also look at them, or in his crib, like if he's just waking up and I need to quickly do something, go to the bathroom, do dishes, grab a bottle, or whatever it might be, I will put this in his crib and he'll like kind of lay there and look at it, and that does entertain him for a while. I feel like he does really enjoy the high contrast flashcards. And on that note, they do have this like little wooden book with like high contrast images on it as well, so I will set this up in place of the flashcards, kind of like as a book, or like we'll try and read it, I guess, or I'll just tell him like what the animals are on here. I don't really know if he's like getting that much from this one. He doesn't have like as many reactions, I feel like, yet, but I feel like this is still a really nice toy because it is, again, high contrast. The next thing we actually haven't used just because I don't have anywhere to hang it, but it is a mobile. So this is the high contrast side, and then it also has like a colorful side for when they get older, and you can hang this kind of above the changing table so they can look at it while they get their diaper changed. Unfortunately, we have really high ceilings and we're also renting, so I just don't really know how to like suspend this in a distance that he can still see it, because his change table is not that like obviously high. But I will hold this over him, like if he's doing tummy time or something, or not tummy time, I guess he's just laying on his back, I'll kind of hold this over and kind of bounce it a little bit so he can see it. But we just haven't like hung this up or anything, but we still try and use it. The next thing are these little mitts with high contrast images. I don't think he's really coordinated himself yet to kind of like look at his hand while he's like flailing them around, but we have tried these. I don't know if he's too interested in them just yet, but like this play kit is for 0 to 2 months, so I feel like he has a little bit of time still to kind of get a grasp on these, and I will just keep reintroducing them as they go. And the last thing in here is this little kind of rattle. This ball actually pops out, so you could play with this separately, and they could like chew on this or whatever, because it is kind of like a soft silicone. I like taking this one on the go, just in like my diaper bag, because it's like smaller, but I don't think he's really, again, kind of grabbing for objects and like kind of like rattling yet. I'll mostly use this like as a tracking toy and kind of like sound and development that way. So this is also, again, maybe more towards the 2-month mark for him. That's okay. And then as like a little bonus for Mom and Dad, they sent over this mug and it says the days are long but the years are short, which is kind of my motto at the moment, except it's the nights are long and the days are short because it's already 10:30 in the morning and I feel like we haven't really done that much. We usually start his day around like 7 and then put him down for another nap, but by the time we get ready and have breakfast and whatnot, our day doesn't actually start for us until like 10:30, 11 in the morning, and then by the time you know it, it's already time for bed. So I really love this mug. I'm going to definitely be using it and keeping that in mind because I do agree, although I feel like the days are kind of short but the nights are very long at times. But that is everything in the Looker play kit, so thank you to Lovevery for sending that over. And like I said, I just love the simplicity of the toys. There's not that many, so it's like really clean and simple. I just love that it gives you ideas on how to actually play and engage with each like toy in the kit. Kind of tells you like, you know, you can roll up a blanket and prop your baby up for tummy time, use the flashcards, things like that, so you don't have to like necessarily go and research everything about like toys and stuff, especially for like development at these early stages. I feel like there's a lot of mental load for parents and this just like kind of takes away from it and it's already done for you, so I really love that. We do have like a whole box of toys, but I do find it overstimulating, so they're over here and it's like literally overflowing. So this is his box of toys, but there's honestly a whole bunch of toys in here that are still too old for him, that he doesn't really like play with and engage with. We have these ones on the top because like that's kind of what he would look at, but he doesn't, I don't know, really engage with these ones as much. But I personally find that box overstimulating and overwhelming, so I'm sure he does too. But that's what I love about the Lovevery play kits, is that it has like 5 or 6 toys that are kind of already developmentally appropriate, and then you're set, you're good to go. So I'll have them linked down below in case you want to check them out. Thanks again to Lovevery for sponsoring this portion of the video and sending me over a play kit. That being said, I feel like I need to kind of go through that bin of stuff, take out things that are too old for him right now and like put those away so that I don't get so overwhelmed, and then I can put the Lovevery toys in there. I just haven't done that yet, so I need to do that at some point. But yeah, super excited about the play kits. I actually really like them so far. I think he really likes them as well, and I just love that, you know, you don't really have to think about what toys you have to be getting. And I just hate the toy store, honestly, and like even Amazon, trying to shop on there for developmentally appropriate toys and researching that. So it's already done for you, which I love because I feel so overwhelmed by everything else. All right, I have my chai tea here, which has been my fall obsession lately. I just get the Tazo chai tea concentrate, which I'm pretty sure what they use at Starbucks, and make that at home. So I don't know, I feel like fall is the only time I really drink these. I know you can get a big pack of those at Costco, but I would probably never drink 4 chai tea concentrates, so I just like bought one at the store. But anyways, let's get into the 1-month updates. Okay, but first let's start with talking about Hudson and his 1-month updates. So basically, yeah, he's 5 weeks, 2 days old when I'm filming this video. I feel like he's been a pretty decent newborn baby. I would say sleeping is definitely sometimes a struggle. I feel like he was doing really good and sleeping like 4-hour stretches, almost 4-hour stretches at night, and now we're back to like 2-hour stretches. So I don't know if he's like full enough during the evening, or we're trying to like gauge the temperature in the room, like what's too cold, what's too hot, where does, you know, he kind of sleep the best. I don't know, we haven't like quite nailed that down. I know he's still young, like for a schedule, like they tell me you can't really put a newborn on a schedule until they're 3 or 4 months old, which I guess is not really a newborn anymore, because at this point they just don't really remember anything. But I feel like, I don't know, we kind of have like a loose schedule. So we usually wake him up about 7 or 7:30, and I have like the hatch sound machine, so that will come on with like a morning light, and birds, I have it set like chirping birds, so that will come on, and then we'll usually get him up for a morning feed, a change, unswaddle, and then we'll try and like play with him. But we usually just play like kind of in the bedroom, in the bed. So we'll either like talk to him, listen to music, do some tummy time, all in the bedroom, and then by that time he's ready to go down for his first nap of the day, sometimes around 8:30, 9, which is like quite a long stretch depending on like when he gets up. But I try and like stretch that since he's been asleep so long overnight to really like stimulate him and get him tired, but sometimes he fights that nap and it's already 10:30. So I don't know, we're trying to like play around with that because I find if he goes to sleep too soon then he just kind of confuses his nights and days. So I try and like make sure that we get lots of light in the morning and lots of stimulation. You know, he usually sleeps pretty good during the day. We start his bedtime routine. I like to push his bedtime later, so as much as I can. He doesn't usually sleep from like 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. these days, but we try and put him to bed around 9:30, and then he usually wakes up sometimes 2, 3, even 4 times during the night to feed and stuff. So sleeping seems to be hit or miss, but he's eating just fine. He's gained so much weight. He's almost 10 pounds now, and he was born just at 6, almost 7 pounds I guess, but he dropped weight and he was closer to 6 the first few days of life. So he's gained like almost a pound a week, which is crazy. So he's eating enough, I know that for sure, and I know that my milk supply is good, but we've been mostly nursing, breastfeeding, but I will give him a bottle a few times a day because if I'm away and Damon needs to feed him, I want him to be able to take a bottle. I will also give him probiotics in the morning. We're using the Flora Baby one because we did do a little stay in the hospital for an infection, which I do have a vlog, should be up before this one, kind of with more details about that. So if you want to know a little bit more, then you should go and watch that. But we did have a short hospital stay and he did need antibiotics, so they did recommend doing a probiotic for that to help his digestion, since newborns still have a very underdeveloped digestive system. Still on that because I just think it's like easier for him so he doesn't like get constipated and his tummy hurts. So I'll give him a bottle in the morning with like breast milk and then that probiotic and his vitamin D drops. So he gets a bottle about once a day at least, or if I need a break and I have pumped milk, then I'll give him a bottle then. I feel like he's so strong for his age too. He's already kind of showed signs of like rolling over. I feel like he has like rolled over from his back to his side a couple times, which I feel like is crazy for like being only a month old. He can even like pretty much stand up by himself. Like he likes to prop himself up, so if we're like doing tummy time, he'll like push himself up, or if he like, we usually set him on our lap, kind of facing us like this, and he'll like push his legs up and like kind of like stand, obviously assisted, not by himself. But I feel like he will definitely be on the move very quickly as soon as he can figure out how to coordinate himself. But he's super strong that way, I would say. Developmentally, I think he's doing pretty good. But yeah, mostly at this point I feel like we're kind of working on independent sleep, where I would like to set him down in his crib and he could kind of soothe himself to sleep, but we're not there yet. He does not like that. He likes to be held and bounced and rocked to sleep or nursed to sleep at night, and I know that's kind of a bad habit, but I feel like again, newborns don't really recognize, or like it doesn't really set in for them. So at this point I'm like, if whatever it takes to get him to sleep. Sometimes, what else? But he doesn't take a pacifier. We've tried so many kinds. He does not take a pacifier. So I feel like that has been definitely not helpful, because I think he would really benefit from one and being able to self-soothe that way. He tries to suck on his thumb, but again, not quite coordinated enough to get that thumb in there, so he kind of just gets mad at it, which is kind of funny. But yeah, that's pretty much his update, I guess. And then for myself, I feel like physically pretty good. I feel like I kind of bounced back a little bit. I still definitely have a lot more skin and like kind of, I don't know, squishiness in my belly. Obviously from pregnancy, your belly stretches so much, especially for my like more petite size. I feel like my belly definitely stretched. I have a lot of stretch marks now, but otherwise I feel like pretty good. Like we've been out for walks and stuff. Hopefully I can get back to physical activity, like more intense physical activity soon. But yeah, sleep deprivation is definitely real. Because I'm nursing, I'm usually the only one up during the night. I will try and wake Damon a couple times if I'm like really, you know, feeling exhausted or need help. So sometimes he's up with me a few times, but usually by like the 6 a.m. roll around, I'll make Damon get up and, you know, kind of shush the baby until 7, until we like get him up for the day and I can get a couple hours of sleep. But it's definitely hard because by the time you're done nursing and like I hold him a little bit to make sure that his milk settles and he doesn't like throw it all up. So by the time that's done and I put him back down and then I deal with like my pumped milk or go to the bathroom, whatever, it's like already an hour and then he's up within the next hour. So it's definitely been difficult, I feel like, and also like mentally, just like being up during the night and having that broken sleep. I'm still trying to work as well, obviously, as you can tell by this video, but I think for me the hardest part is trying to find that work-life balance, because I don't really want to show his face and like him in the videos as much. I still want it to be about more like me and like my life, my vlogs, and my like Lululemon stuff, I find it hard to find time to film and edit, because by the time I'm done, you know, nursing the baby and caring for him and, you know, meeting his needs, I just have zero energy to then go film and edit a video. So I definitely am struggling a little bit with that work-life balance. Prior to the baby, I feel like I was always like go, go, go. I thrive on, you know, getting stuff done, knocking things off my to-do list, but that has definitely been a lot slower these days. They really aren't kidding when they say it takes like 3 times as long to do anything with a baby. Like even eating a meal, I feel like sometimes takes us an hour. So it's tough. And even with Damon home, which I'm very thankful for, it's like one of us is either doing like housework, cooking, cleaning, and one of us has the baby. So I find it very hard to find time where we both have like time off, time to ourselves, and things like that. I hope that will come. I'm sure it will as he gets better at sleeping, hopefully during the day, so we can both like get our tasks done as well and have that time. So I don't really know if we're like doing anything wrong, not wrong, but like should change anything to help him sleep during the day. But I don't know, I feel like we've tried a lot of things. Yeah, that's pretty much, I feel like, my update. I haven't seen the doctor yet for my 6-week appointment, so I don't really know exactly how I'm doing, like physically, how much weight I've lost, how much, like if I'm approved to go back to physical activity, if anything else, there's concerns for anything else, I don't really know. I'll find that out soon though, since we're almost there. But overall, I felt pretty good. I did have a spout of the baby blues, I think like 3 or 4 days postpartum, but it didn't last very long. And then I haven't really had too much like depression or like postpartum anxiety. I feel like regular anxiety. I'm terrified of him getting sick at the moment until he's had his first round of vaccinations, which is something that we're going to do. Yeah, I'm just terrified of him getting sick, so anything we can do to prevent that, I feel like, is helpful. Even though we didn't do any like specific baby courses, I feel like we were really still prepared as parents. Like, I don't know, I just feel like it came intuitively to us, which I'm like, I don't know where that came from, but very thankful for. I did do a lot of research, and this book is what I read pre-pregnancy before we had him, so I feel like it kind of helped prepare us for like things that we needed to know. It's a small like little section for like newborn baby stuff, so very important to, I don't know, do your research, I guess, read, I don't know, watch videos. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos as well, but we didn't do any specific newborn courses, kind of just like learned things online, learned things from books and stuff. So very thankful for that. Just like baby care tips, like getting a nail file instead of like clipping their nails. So I watched Aspen and Parker a lot too beforehand, and I feel like I learned a lot from them. But like sleep schedules, like yes, you could take a sleep course. We opted not to, because I feel like a lot of that information is still online. I don't know, I'm still like going back and debating it, but I think maybe once he's around 3 or 4 months, when we can actually set a sleep schedule, maybe I'll be more interested in taking one of those. But that was kind of on my list before he was born to take. We just never got time to do it. But like taking their temperature, how to take their temperature properly, know how to do that, things about like diaper changes and stuff like that, just like care, bathing, feeding, if you're nursing, like taking a nursing course. I watched a whole bunch of like YouTube videos. Like I said, I feel like a lot of these resources or like information can be found online. You just need to know how to look for like credible sources and things like that. So I did most of my research kind of online, and I feel like that really prepared us for like the newborn stage as like care wise. I mean, newborns are going to be fussy and things, but you know, just like different techniques to kind of like help soothe them. And you know, the Dunstan baby language, watch that. I feel like we kind of could pick up on that a little bit. Sometimes it gets hard knowing like cues and things like that, but look up like baby cues, hunger cues, tired cues, like to be changed, etc., because they do try and communicate with you. It's just like harder to learn, and each baby is different. So I feel like you kind of have to like learn that with your own baby. I was really worried about that. I was like, how the heck am I going to know what is a ne or an eh or an air or an ow, because I had no idea. And I felt like before our baby they all sound the same, but I feel like once you have your baby, you kind of learn their own individual kind of cues and stuff like that. So but yeah, I guess that's like pretty much my update for our 1 month. I don't know what else I'm missing at this point, but I think I covered it all. Okay, I was just opening packages for TikTok and doing a haul from Old Navy because I ordered some things for Hudson and I feel like we don't have a ton of like fall items, so I got him some extra little fall pieces. This Henley family. This is like a ribbed kind of soft waffle knit texture. I thought this was so cute. 0 to 3 size, and then some pants as well. I feel like we don't have a ton of 0 to 3 pants for some reason. We have a whole bunch of like bodysuits or like one pieces, not like zip up pajamas, but like one pieces. And I feel like we don't have a ton of pants for him, so not that we put him in pants and a bodysuit that often, he's mostly in like zipper pajamas 90% of the time because it's way easier for diaper changes. But I just thought this would be cute for if we're going out somewhere as like a little set, or we could wear this with like regular jeans or pants or something, and then this with like a bodysuit. So I got him a couple of things because they were having a promotion. And then I also got this flannel for myself. Hold on, let's okay, there we go. I got this flannel for myself because I also bought him one. They do like a bunch of matching sets for the family, and we're working on getting Damon one, but I think they were still like really expensive when we looked and they weren't on the promotion, so we're waiting to get him one. So I'm kind of thinking like we do like Christmas photos in these or like Thanksgiving and stuff. But I got a size extra small petite because I feel like since it's an oversized fit, I didn't want it to be too boxy or else I wouldn't really wear it. However, I do feel like the sleeves are kind of short and like a little bit tight in this. Like I just feel like it's kind of pulling at the shoulder a little bit, but I like the fit otherwise. So I don't know if I should exchange this for a different size or like see what the not petite extra small would look like. I just feel like it would be so boxy that I don't love that. I kind of like that it's a little bit more fitted, so it gives me a little bit of shape instead of just being like too oversized. But I just feel like the arm thing is kind of like, it's like awkwardly short, where I don't know, is this how it's supposed to be? Let me know in the comments if I should exchange this or not, but it is super cute. Oh, but I also just got a package from Lululemon. This is gonna actually be in a haul, so stay tuned for that. But I did have to make an exchange for like a little markdown item. It's weird that it came Canada Post this time. They recently just changed to a company called Globo, but they used to use FedEx, which I feel like FedEx was better here at least. But it's the Energy Long Line Bra. This is the Nouveau Marble Multi pattern color. Again, it's going to be in a haul, and I think I vlogged about it in my last vlog. So the 6 didn't fit, so I needed to size up to an 8. Not tried this on obviously, so hopefully the 8 fits, but that is like 2 sizes bigger than my normal sports bra size, and the 6 was still too tight, so we'll see if this one works. I did try on the 8 in store, so hopefully it's like the same size, but I know sometimes sizing discrepancy happens, so we're gonna try that on later. But that is all for my packages. Okay, realized I forgot to end the vlog, so I'm going to end it here. So thanks so much for watching the 1 month update, and thanks again to Lovevery for sending us one of those play kits and sponsoring today's video. I'll have a link for them down below, so be sure to check that out and stay tuned for the next vlog. So be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.